There's always a million things that you could be doing. There's a million things that you want to do, but not all of those things are essential, right? And certainly not all of them are important or essential at the moment. And the struggle, most of the time or all of the time, with regards to productivity, is always trying to figure out how you can do everything that you want to do with the time that you have. So personally, the way I see time is finite and infinite, right? If you look at time as finite, you will always be at that state where you are on the edge and you have that mindset that you do not have enough time to do the things that you want to do. There is not enough time for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish. Now, if you take the other route and look at time as infinite, you're going to realize or have the mindset that there's always time. There will always be time. It's just a matter of how you use your own time. Personally, I have learned, or I am still in the process of learning, how to take the infinite route when I look at time, right? There is always time. There's time for everything that I want to do. It's just a matter of me prioritizing and making sure that I'm spending my time productively and spending my time on the things that are more important than rather than the things that are not. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how I stay productive by doing one thing, by focusing on one thing at a time. So welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this is a place where we talk about productivity, creativity, and personal growth. And I focus mostly on how to be productive and creative outside of your 9-to-5 job. So you will be able to accomplish the things that you want to do without it being overwhelming or exhausting. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every Wednesday when I put out a new video. So one book that has really changed my life and really helped me be more productive and manage my time more effectively is this book, The One Thing. I know it's upside down. I'm sorry, I'm taking this video like selfie mode, and this is how I love taking my videos. So the link to the book is in the description box below. But this is The One Thing by Gary Keller. And it says the surprisingly simple truth behind extraordinary results. So this book has changed my life. Like, this is one book that I have really been able to implement the things that are in this book, and it's really helped me be more productive, and in such a way that it really took a lot of anxiety from how I view time and how I view productivity, and has helped me be able to accomplish a lot just because I was able to implement what's in this book. So I 100% highly do recommend you read this book. So the book, The One Thing, basically talks about how to focus on most important tasks so you can achieve more. And it is more important for you to prioritize on one task at a time and focus on one task at a time in order to achieve success and to be more productive. So in this book, the author provides a framework for identifying the one thing that is going to have a bigger impact towards helping you achieving a bigger goal, and breaking it down into smaller manageable steps to make progress towards achieving that goal. Now the question here always is, how do you discover that one thing, right? What is your own one thing? Now what you want to do is figure out what is your one thing in different areas of your life or in different aspects of your life, right? And these areas might be your relationships, your business, your entrepreneurial side hustle, whatever that is. Maybe your work, your job, your 9-to-5 job, your spiritual life, your personal growth. What is the one thing? What is the most important thing that you want to do? What is the one thing that if you do achieve this thing, it's going to make every other thing easier, or it's going to make every other thing unnecessary? Pick one thing in these different aspects of your life, in these different areas of your life. Pick one goal and then focus on that. What is the most important thing? What is the thing that if you do achieve that, is going to make every other thing easier, right? And once you discover that one thing, then you're going to break that into smaller different pieces, into manageable steps towards achieving that goal. For example, if you feel like if you get a better job, or if you are promoted at your work, it's going to make a lot of things easier for you. You will be able to buy a car, you will be able to get a house, you will be able to do a lot of things that are goals for you, right? So what you want to do is focus on that one thing, how to get that promotion at work. Now you're going to do break that down into different manageable steps. What are the things that you can do towards getting a promotion at work? And then you focus on that. That is the one thing that you're going to focus on. And you know that once you achieve that goal, once you get that, there are a lot of things that are just going to come into place. There are a lot of things that you're going to achieve because you've been able to get to that goal. You've been able to achieve this particular one goal that is important to you, that is with regards to your work. And this is exactly what I do. I do not only focus on one big goal, but I do always try to break all of my goals into just one specific goal. I do focus on one thing every single day. What is the one thing that I need to do tomorrow? What is the one thing that I need to do this week? What is the one thing that I need to do this month in order to achieve this particular goal, right? So whatever my goals are for the year, I do always turn around and break them down into smaller manageable goals that's going to help me achieve those goals, or achieve that bigger goal that I have for myself in different aspects or areas in my life. Now, because I focus on one thing every single day, it doesn't mean that I end up doing just one thing every day. This just helps me focus on what is important, right? So if I am trying to get more sales, if I'm trying to get a job, what I do focus on, if I'm trying to get a job, is focus on doing a lot of applications, so sending in a lot of applications. So that is the most important thing with regards to work at that moment. Now, if I am focused on maybe building relationship with maybe my family or friends or whatever, I am focused on trying to get in contact with them, sending texts or calling my friends or family in order to build that relationship. That is the one thing that I am going to do, right? So this is just examples. Now, like I said, it doesn't mean that I do just one thing a day, but it just helps me focus on what is most important towards achieving a specific goal. On my to-do list every single day, on the things that I have to do, that I have to do every day, I make sure that I do have my one thing at the top of the list, right? What is the one thing? What do I want to achieve this particular month or this day or this week? I have that at the top of my to-do list. The one huge mistake that I used to make a while back is I always had a long to-do list, which was so exhausting. Like once I saw my to-do list, I'll just be tired, like I'll just be overwhelmed because it was just too long and I never ever finished my to-do list. And a mistake that I realize a lot of people make is they put things on the to-do list that really do not need to be on your to-do list. Like for example, you're gonna put make up my bed on your to-do list. Like those are things that you should do. Well, for me personally, the things that I know that I do, like I just do them. It doesn't need to be on my to-do list. So I do not wake up and be like, oh, I have to cross this out of my to-do list, like make up my bed to cross it out of my to-do list. That is something that I just do once I wake up from sleep, right? So those are things that do not need to go on your to-do list. There's certain things that should not be on your to-do list. Make sure that you take off all of those things from your to-do list that are kind of second nature. Those are things that you do. Like you can put I brush my teeth in the morning on your to-do list. That's ridiculous, right? So take off those things from your to-do list because they could get overwhelming. They could make you feel like you have a lot to do, which you really don't. Those are just things that you normally would do regardless of what you have to do. You're definitely going to do them. On my to-do list, these are things that are usually the most important thing, right? Like my one thing is what is on my to-do list every single day. The one thing that I want to accomplish the next day. I'll make sure that I have my to-do. I make my to-do list a night before I go to bed. Right, so I do have that one thing on my to-do list, and then every other thing that I put there that I have to do the next day are things that yes are important, but are not. They might be important, the things that I will do most of the time, of course, because I cannot do just one thing a day. But again, my one thing is the first thing on the list, is the thing that I have to do, I must do, which is important, which is really going to help me towards achieving this bigger goal of mine. So that is the strategy that I use. And this strategy has really helped me accomplish more without it being overwhelming, right? But a lot of times, a lot of things that we focus on are really not that important, and they might be important, but they are not important at the moment. It is important for you to understand and figure out what is really essential in order to achieve your goals, what is essential at this moment, the things that you should give your time to. And using this strategy of one thing, focusing on one thing at a time, focusing on one task at a time, focusing on one goal two at a time has really helped me eliminate a lot of things that are not necessary. And a big part of time management and productivity is the art of elimination, right? Once you really get into productivity and time management, you're going to realize that the most important thing is really learning how to eliminate tasks, learning how to eliminate things that are not important, learning how to say no to certain things that are not important or not important at the moment. And this has a lot also to do with your mindset. There's a lot of mindset work that has to go into this, because most time, or a lot of us, are always influenced by the things that we see around us. We are influenced by the things that other people do. We are influenced by the accomplishments of others. And you see what other people have accomplished, and you attempted to follow that path, which might not be right for you, which might be right for you, but it's not the right time for you to really get into that venture. There are times that is important for you to just take a step back and give yourself time and just listen and absorb and learn, right? The different times when it's time for you to take action. So it's important for you to really understand there's different times in your life and there's different periods in your life, and take steps accordingly. So if you feel like you are always overwhelmed, you're always exhausted, and you have a lot on your to-do list, and you never ever finish your to-do list, just take a step back. I do recommend again, read this book, The One Thing, and then try to apply this strategy by doing just one thing, by focusing on one thing at a time, focusing on one thing in different aspects or in different areas of your life at a time. And like I said, this has completely changed the way I look at time. It has completely changed my productivity, completely changed the way I do work, right? The way I approach my goals, right? It's helped me accomplish more actually by focusing on one thing, by doing one thing at a time. Now, I'm not saying my productivity is perfect, not by a long shot, but it's getting better. It's gotten so much better, and I'm still learning, right? Progress, that's what's important. It's not about it being perfect, because we'll really never get to that point where everything is perfect, but it's progress. Focus on progress rather than perfection. As long as you're making progress, you are doing the right thing. So what you want to always focus on as you are trying to do more, as you're trying to be more productive, is figuring out what is the most important thing that you can do, that you need to do in order to achieve the maximum results, right? How can you do less in order to achieve more? And it is possible for that to happen. You can do that, right? And one of the strategies, which is something that I do recommend, which is what has worked for me, is really by focusing on one thing at a time, doing one thing at a time, focusing on your one thing. So again, the question is, how do you figure out your one thing? How do you identify your one thing? And it's really to ask that question. At any given area in my life, what is the one thing that I can do, such that by doing this, everything else is easier or unnecessary? So thank you so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it. Please share your thoughts in the comments. How do you stay productive? What is your own strategy that helps you stay productive and that helps you achieve your goals? I would love to know that in the comment section. And before you leave, make sure you watch this video right